Welcome to Ride JBI. I'm JB. Today I finished up the second ride report on the new WP XACT Pro 6500 Cartridge Kit. Today I rode out at Fox Raceway, which features very different conditions than Lake Elsinore, where we first rode at. Also, I mounted the forks to my personal bike, which is a KTM 350. While doing that, I made one change. I changed out the fork springs from a 4.6 Newton to a 4.8 Newton spring. Reason being is I run a 45 Newton rear spring on my shock instead of the lighter 42, which was on Anthony's bike. So the 4.8 fork springs up front match really well with the 45 Newton spring I have on the rear. The settings on the forks I started out with were the same. So compression was at 12, rebounds at 12, and preload is 2 clicks in. On the rear shock, I run between 7 to 8 millimeters of preload, and this achieves about 100 millimeters of race sag when I'm on the bike. For riders over 5'10", I strongly believe that the KTM gas and Husky models should always be at 100 millimeters of sag. For riders that are shorter than 5'10", 105 to 103 is a better sag setting. This has to do with fitting the bike to the rider. At Fox Raceway, I rode both the main track and the vet track. The main track features deep, wet dirt that has a lot of rolling resistance as you ride around the track. Towards the end of the day, the track does dry up and get more hard pack and very choppy. The vet track features more of a medium to hard terrain dirt, but it retains moisture really well. So it stays tacky, but it doesn't have near the amount of rolling resistance as the main track does. It was fun to see how well the bike rode in both conditions on the main track and the vet track because of how different they were and how different the obstacles are. During the course of the day, I tried different clicker configurations on the front fork. I backed off the compression clicker to almost all the way soft to see how soft the front end would feel. While it did feel a little more supple over the small to medium bumps, the forks lost some bottoming resistance, and also the front end had a lot more chassis movement overall as you ride. And a lot of chassis movement can make a bike feel unpredictable because of the extra movement of the chassis as you ride. Then I went the other direction and turned the clicker in almost all the way. I was 2 clicks out from all the way hard. While this did provide the bike with more hold up and bottoming resistance, the bike was noticeably harsher on the small to medium and choppy bumps around the tracks. And this is to be expected. What this does show us is the range of the suspension and how effective the clickers are. After experimenting with those different clicker settings, I returned the forks to the original 12 compression, 12 rebound, and finished the rest of the day there. Overall, again, I'm really impressed with how these forks come straight out of the box. They have a really good overall setup of plushness over small bumps and really good bottoming resistance, something that we're always after on any setup. Next, we'll be riding either at Kahia Creek for our next ride report, or we'll be out in the SoCal Hills free riding because we're due for some rain this week. Either way, I'm looking forward to getting more time on this and me giving you guys some more feedback. Next, we'll also focus on working with other riders of different sizes and different abilities to get their feedback as well. I have a range of spring rates here at the shop, so we're going to be putting in whatever correct springs are for them and getting feedback from them, so that way all the information we get is accurate. Thank you for watching. All JBI services and parts can be found at ridejbi.com.